Have you ever paused in the middle of your fast-paced day and felt like something ancient was calling you? Not with words, but with presence, a whisper behind the noise. Long before screens lit up our lives and notifications dictated our thoughts, people gathered around fires. They didn't scroll, they listened. Not to influencers, but to elders. People who carried the memory of generations, the wisdom of the land, the stories that held truth deeper than facts. Today we return to those fires, not to dwell in the past, but to light the present. This is the voice of the elders, ancient voices guiding modern minds. You see, elder doesn't just mean someone old. In many cultures, the elder is someone who has lived, someone who's watched time move, who has earned the right to speak. In indigenous tribes, elders are spiritual guides and moral anchors. In African villages, they are the judges of disputes, the historians, the soul of the community. In Eastern traditions, the elder is the quiet master, often invisible but always essential. But in today's culture of speed and noise, we've pushed the elders aside. We reward novelty over wisdom, trends over truth, and followers over depth. Yet somehow we're more anxious, more isolated, more disconnected than ever. What did the elders know? That we forgot. They knew that stillness is a form of intelligence. They didn't rush to respond. They let silence stretch. And in that quiet, clarity was born. They knew that life is not just about individual ambition, but about the harmony of all things: family, nature, ancestors, and community. They understood that pain is a teacher, that trials were not punishments, but initiations, and that scars should be worn like medals, not hidden in shame. They believed listening was more powerful than speaking. Today we fight to be heard, but so few know how to truly listen. The elders listened with their whole bodies, with their eyes, their silence, their presence. So what would these ancient voices say to us now? They'd look at our obsession with social media and say, "You show your face to many, but when do you sit with yourself?" They'd see our hustle culture and ask, why chase the wind and call it purpose? Rest is not laziness. Stillness is where your soul can speak. They'd see our mental health struggles and say, you are not broken, you are overwhelmed, you need silence, you need slowness, you need to remember your name. They'd say, you are not just one person floating alone, you come from somewhere, from people who prayed for you without ever meeting you. Honor that. Let me share a few voices from the fire. Chief Dan George once said, "We are as much alive as we keep the earth alive." Confucius reminded us, to understand the present, study the past. Malidoma. Some said, ritual is the bridge between the visible and the invisible. And my own grandmother once whispered to me, never eat alone if someone near you is hungry. That's how you feed the soul, not just the body. These aren't just poetic phrases, they're lifelines. In a distracted world, they pull us back to what matters. So how do we let the voice of the elders guide us today? We slow down. We make space in our day where nothing happens. That's where wisdom lives. We listen more. We speak less. We let silence be its own kind of answer. We remember our ancestors, not just biologically but spiritually. We revive ritual. We light candles with intention. We gather without phones. We tell stories by heart. We mentor and be mentored. We seek out elders and we become elders, no matter our age, by living intentionally and speaking with care. Because here's the truth, the elders aren't gone, their voices are still with us. In the trees, in the wind, in the stories passed down, in the quiet nudges in our chest. They are not yelling, they are whispering. In a world rushing forward, maybe the most revolutionary thing we can do is pause, to look back, to listen, and to walk forward, not blindly but with ancient light. This is the voice of the elders. May it guide your modern mind home. If this message resonated with you, share it, subscribe, and let the voice of the elders echo further.